what's up everybody? It's another week of SR Synth Weekly. Here we are at episode 41, and I am your beautiful Redneck. Got some great music for you today, got some great new artists and a couple of others that we've played before. So we're going to jump right in and just get started. First up today we have Tyton Project. I hope I say that right. If I don't, please correct me. They're a synthwave, synth pop group. They're based out of the USA, and the song they sent me today is called Outsiders. They didn't give me a description, so it allows me a little bit more freedom, but this song gives me a lot of different vibes. But the main one I was going for today is Reflection. And what I mean by that is, this is like one of the, in a lot of movies where you see a lot of reflection, where people are remembering and everything. This is like one of those where the main character is preparing or training for a return after a tragedy or being beaten, almost killed kind of thing. And we see them the whole training and them sitting and reflecting, like, you've seen them at the lake or, alone in a training center. And they're reflecting on all the past events and the memories that makes them want to train harder. And you just get this whole montage of it. Also kind of gives me a feel of, the main and the team are moving on after losing a main member of the team. They were defeated or, defeated by the main villain or killed. They were kind of like one of the main characters that we kind of fell in love with, and all of a sudden they're dead, or they've been beaten. And as it goes on, we get this whole reveling in the loss, but knowing they have to move on. But they use this to, thinking about the memories of the person, and then it just makes them want to defeat they figure out how to defeat the evil even more while sitting together in a lost state. Both gives me that feel. I kind of like the reflection of at the first, but it just kind of gives me that vibe on both sides. So it's a really good start for the day, so check it out. Here it is. It's Tyton Project, and the song is called Outsiders.
We're living in a world where everything's the same.
I don't know, I like that whole reflection deal. So let me know what you think in the comments as always. Next up, we have Dynamite Stranger. They're a synthwave group out of Boise, Idaho. The song they sent me today is called Synth Ranger. They gave me this description, and I just got to read it because I like the description. It's kind of funny. It's get weird and move your head to this crispy, synthy hard hitter. This song though, on my views, I like to add to movies, gives me the main theme for the secondary villain. And what I mean by that is, you got your main villain, your main evil, and they've always got this little right hand man or right hand person, and they're always like the over ego kind of type person, So it kind of gives me that feel. And it's like the main theme. It's like the second. So the secondary villain, and we see them show up for the first time, and they're kind of like that cheeky evil who thinks they're the best thing ever. They rampage through everything, and we see them torment the regular people while reminding them what he is and who he works for or who they work for, and it just gives you that whole little I'm the asshole who will be who runs things here under the villain, so you can't touch me. Kind of gives me that vibe. I just like the theme song for that. If you've seen Fist of the North Star, it's I forgot the name of the character, but it's that secondary character right under him. So, also kind of gives me a feel of kind of like a racing movie, and I don't mean like racing as in it's a whole like NASCAR kind of deal. It's like one of those more like Death Race kind of feel or something like that, Mad Max kind of feel. So the main character shows up for the main race for the first time. We've seen him show up, and it shows the main vehicle, and as it slowly makes its way to the arena or course, and we see the main get out, and we do that whole, once over of the whole of the body up to the face, and the strolls out over to the others to show them that they're ready to take them on, and just kind of has that whole feeling of I'm the main character, I'm the good guy, and here you are, I know it. So it just kind of gives it a whole feel. I kind of like that feel a little bit better the more the main theme, but they both work for it. So check this out. It's a really good song. Today it's a Dynamite Stranger, and the song is called Synth Ranger. So what did you think of the song? Give me your comments in the section of what you think kind of movie this would work on. As always, follow them on their social media, and it's a really good song, so check it out. Next up, I always screw up this, and I hope I say it right. It's Turismo Blu. I always screw up the word tiramisu. I don't know why. So bear with me on that. They're house, electronic. They go hip-hop, but not in this song. And they're out of... I have no idea where they're out of. So anyway, the song is called And No, that's actually the name of the song. So what they... this just gives me a lot of feeling, and it's a kind of a different voicing sound, kind of whole little that 80s acid house craze as they describe it. This kind of sets me up as a setting up a full computer that was found, and we find out the main finds out that the AI, there's an AI in it and it's alive, and we see this whole the whole main is working to figure out how to repair this AI and allow the AI to be released. And as the song progresses, we see the AI starting to come free and start building machines to help build itself a body, or build itself this bigger computer system to be able to be released and be able to fully function. That's the main first one I came with. Secondly, this kind of gives me another cyberverse deal. I like doing cyberverses because it's just, I like stuff like that because I'm weird. But this kind of gives me that, team traveling through the cyberverse, and we see them, all the lights and bells, we see them going through, everything, and we see all the electronic, electrical signals going through and everything, signals, the phone signals, electrical signals, light signals, whatever. And we see the song progresses, we see the team is working on going through files to stop an evil AI or another hacker. And they're in the verse, and while hiding from them as they're trying to stop it and trying to empty out the files. That kind of gives me that vibe. Both of them gives me a big computer vibe, AI vibe. So could work on the same movie, but it just gives me that cool vibe. So check it out. It's a really good song today, and as always, follow them on their social media and all their other platforms. So here it is. It's Turismo Blu, and the song is called And
voice on it. It had my, and I put a tape together. And I've been on my own for quite some time. Been doing what I wanted to do. And I've been on my own for quite some time. Been doing what I wanted to do. It had my voice on it. It had my voice on it. It had my voice on it. The piano. And I put a tape together.
Like I said, it just gives me that whole little spacey kind of, cyberverse kind of vibe, or building an AI. I like it, so it's just kind of weird. It just kind of gives me that vibe on it. So let me know what you think. Next up today, we have our good friends, the Identity Matrix. And as usual, they're a synthwave, chillwave group, and the song they sent me today is called An Introduction. This is their first track out of their record, Tangerine Crush. And as they say, it evokes a chilled out spacey atmosphere, something to relax at the end of summer. I kind of went with that, and I kind of went with a little, it's not actually full relaxing, but it kind of gives me a little vibe of kind of like a main and the lover have finally gotten some slow time, kind of like they've gone through the first part of the verse, and they're finally getting some slow time together, and they can finally be alone. We get that whole couple having a night out, walking to the beach, which ends up at the end of the night with a little bow chicka wow wow. Anyway, and the song is the entire sequence of the date, being together and the end of the night, and it just gives me that whole vibe of that whole feeling of it, Also, kind of gives me an end credit scene. What I mean by that, I'm sorry, not end credit, but the ending before the credits. The main and the secondary main have beaten the group. It's kind of like a two-person deal where they've come together on a common ground, and they've beaten the whole through the movie. They've kind of like been at each other's heads, and at the end of the movie, they've beaten the bad guy, they've beaten the group, and they start to leave, and then they realize that the only people who actually care for them is each other, or actually wants to have anything to do with them is each other. And as the song progresses, we see them coming together as the end credits start, and they walk away together, knowing that they're actually for each other, and they want to be with each other. So both of those give me a good vibe on it. I just like the song. It just kind of gives me that little sensual vibe, if you want to say it that way. So definitely check it out, and always follow them on their platforms and buy their music. Here it is. It's Identity Metrics, and the song is called An Introduction. I don't know. What did you think about that? Does that give you that kind of like getting together vibe, or does that just give you that I don't know, what kind of feeling does it give you? So definitely check it out. Like I always say, check it on their platforms. Make sure you buy their music because they need your help. Next up today we have Driver 86, and this is a synthwave dreamwave group out of Finland. The song they sent me today is called Not Like Gus. They didn't really give me a description on it, but what I came up with is this is one of those like kind of like a hidden alien movie, and I don't mean bad alien movie. It's like one of those where the group has kind of realized that that one of them in the group is different. As the song starts, we see the main start to transform, and the other group are scared. Kind of not really scared, but more like in a shocked version as the main character is actually transforming, and the main character runs off because they're scared and they know the reason why. We see them alone while the main is ashamed, and we see them alone while the group comes to remind them that they are one of them and that they're one of the groups and they're not afraid of the main. It's kind of one of those where the main is the main is transformed and the group's just in shock and they don't know what to say, so they run off and hide, and because they're ashamed of what they are, who they are. And then the group, goes to, as the song progresses, they go through and find the newly transformed main and just lets them know that, hey, it's okay, you're cool, you're fine with us, it's all good. So that's the first vibe it kind of gives me. Next one also kind of gives me like the in a movie vibe. It's like the main has come back at the end of the movie after beating the bad guys. We see the main and the new coupler, new lover come together as the main rides over the hill, that kind of feel. As the dust settles, the lover is waiting for the return, and they show each other's eyes, but then quietly walk on as the story ends, kind of like that, I love you, blah, 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 but it's like, they don't say a word and they just move on and walk on and just as the story ends. So both of them work for me. If you have a different take on it, let me know what you think in the comments. I always love hearing what people's ideas are, so let me know what you think. So check this out. It's Driver 86, and the song is called Not Like Us.
'cause it's not true in this world we live. But all you know, just let me live this love again. Let me live this love again. Let me live this love again.
So as always, let me know what you think of the song. I really like that whole feel, so let me know what you think. Next up today, we have something that's not fully synth, but it's a really good song, so I decided to play it anyway. As I said, if you send me your music, I'm going to play it, as long as it doesn't have any really, if it's just beats or, beating on a drum. This is a really good song. It kind of gives me a lot of vibes. This is KMJ Music Underground, and they're a synthwave pop new jazz group. And they're based out of Ann Arbor, Michigan, and the song they sent me today is called Bloodmoon Night. They give me a lot of description here, mostly about what the maybe the thing is, and who their influences are. This is a really good song. It's a lot of guitar and a lot of it gives me a good visual stunning on it. So what I started out with is this is the main and the crew, like his whole team are running a plan to stop the bad guy. We see them covertly moving through a mansion or hotel, staying away from hiding from the guards, of the bad guy's place while searching the evidence to stop them. Like kind of like those I don't want to say like teen movie kind of deals, but where the bad guy has a lot of guards and stuff, and the main and his little group are going in there to try to stop him so they can stop whatever they're doing. So it kind of gives me that vibe, and it also kind of gives me a vibe of the main and lover are running away from the baddies. This is like one of those running through this things where the main character has come up with got a new friend or someone he's got to save. And as chase ensues, but we see as the song progresses, we see the lover is gaining more feelings for the main character, and we see them get away to a location of safety. And then as the song progresses, we see them in a lover's embrace, in a romantic interlude, so to speak. Kind of like one of those movies where they have this big chase scene and everything, and you've always wondered, I always thought it kind of weird when they finally get to a spot and then all of a sudden they want to have, they want to start getting in love with each other. That seems to be an 80s moniker. I don't know what it is. But that's the feeling it gives me. That the song would fit in that whole feel and the whole vibe. So, like I said, let me know what you think. And as always, follow them. It's a really good song. Checked out other songs, really good. So definitely check it out. Today it's KMJ Music Underground, and the song is called Bloodmoon Night.
Loneliness is not the plan, as a wolves of lust, how cruel tonight. Make a case to find that place where desperate lovers dare the night. Put your shame back in its place, follow me into this blood moon night. Put your shame back in its place, follow me into this blood moon night. Almost through that witch's brew, as scars of love heat to this lust. Circle me with eyes on fire, as your noble heart bleeds out for trust. Let your body move in time, follow me into this blood moon night. baby, the world can be yours tonight. Come on, baby, let's throw ourselves into this fire. Come on, baby, the darkness bends to your desires. Let's go, baby, let's throw ourselves into this blood moonlight. Body moves with sweet delight as the wolves of lust take to this fire. Take me, baby, now hold me tight and throw yourself to this blood moon night. Let your body move in time. Follow me into this blood moon night. Let your body move in time. Follow me into this blood moon night. Let's go, baby, the world can be yours tonight. Come on, baby, let's throw ourselves into this fire. Come on, baby, the darkness bends to your desires. Let's go, baby, let's throw ourselves into this blood moonlight. Put your shame back in its place. Oh, follow me into this blood moon night. Let your body move in time. Follow me into this blood moon night. Let your body move in time. Follow me into this blood moon night.
So what do you think of the song? Is that, I mean, what kind of vibe does that song give you? I guess it gives me a lot, but I kind of like the, you know, the planning. I like the covertly going through a mansion. So I don't know why, it just seems like a feel for me. Last up today we have Acid Gambit, and if you don't know them, they're a synthwave group out of Atlanta, and the song they sent me today is called Progeny. I hope I said that right. They describe this as a happy ending song from their latest album, Entity. It says the album gets a bit mysterious, but I like to leave the listener with a light at the end of the tunnel. And this is kind of like, really does give me that feel of the light at the end of the tunnel. And I kind of went with a little bit more expanded on it. They kind of went with a team has beaten an evil and has released the magic that will set the world back to normal. This is what I mean by that is like we've seen, you know, like there was an artifact or something, or a person that, you know, they put it into the person, you know, they beat the bad guy and put it into the oracle or whatever it needs to be into, and the light shines over the world and everything turns back to normal, what the evil has done. And as the song progresses of this, we see all the world that was what's frozen or dark or full of darkness being released, and the team is watching as this is happening, and they're just in awe. We then see the team celebrating as the magic is now inside them. As a reward for being able to save the world, they now know that they're the saviors, and now they have the magic inside of them. And they go to the town to check on what's been reversed. And it's just, you know, they go find their families, finds their friends, and finds, you know, everything's been gone back to normal. Reverse Thanos. No, I'm kidding. But it just kind of gives me that feel. Also kind of gives me a feel of the main is beaten, you know, the evil ships out in this out in space. And we see other groups that was helping them flying away as the main is showing flying with his crew, and they're all happy to go next. You know, they're all back happy, going their set to their next adventure. As all the ships leaves, we see the crew, you know, celebrating as the story ends. kind of gives it that whole vibe of, you know, they've beaten everybody, they've thanked everybody who was helping them, and they're going on to the next mission, but they're all celebrating. We've seen that a lot of in TV shows or in the movies where they'll be celebrating as the story ends for this, you know, whatever, and it goes right to the end credits. They both work for me. I kind of like the magic more than the space, but you know, they both gave me that vibe. So let me know what you think, and as always, follow them on their platforms and music, and buy their stuff as always. So check it out. It's Acid Gambit, and the song is called Progeny. That's it for today. I hope you liked the music. Hope you liked this new group artists that I presented today, and I hope everybody has a great weekend. As always, if you like this show, please like and subscribe. It helps me with the numbers and it helps me get more out there. If it wasn't for you helping me on the retweets and all the sharing, then this show couldn't be growing as it is. So as always, I appreciate everybody. I hope everybody has a great week, and I'll see everybody next week. Have a great one. Bye.